Everyone, and welcome to this amazing workshop hosted by yours truly, Madhurima Sappatti. We are going to talk about planning for action. This is a workshop in the series of workshop for this month, where our theme of the month is getting ready to take action. The month of March kind of derives its significance from the Roman god Mars, which is all about taking action, which is all about stepping up and finally doing what you were supposed to do. Enough with all the things, all the awareness. You have everything ready for you. All you have to do right now is take action. And we wanted to take that space, that theme, and create a few workshops for you. We just had one recently hosted by our beautiful community manager, Karina Barrera, and she spoke about how we can take aligned action, about combining meaning with the work and the action that we are supposed to take. Today's topic is all about planning for that action. We have two more series, two more workshops where we will talk about overcoming fear, overcoming all the stress that comes with actually taking that action, and another workshop surrounding around celebrating our wins and the importance of it. Also, I just wanted to let you know this is all created from the community Stress Busters, where we support multi-passionate, ambitious dreamers and literally people from all walks of life to help them manage their stress and make it fun. I'm a freedom soul coach, and I help all these wonderful human beings manage the stress and prevent burnout so that they can still go out there and do the things that they love to do without their own selves holding them back. Let's jump into today's topic about planning for action. Now, I've seen this happen for myself, and I've seen this happen for people that I have coached over the years, where a lot of times we have really big dreams, and a lot of times there are people who are like, who shit on those dreams, like, yo, that's too much. Maybe you need to tone it down. And a lot of times people stop, but then there are still few people who are like really excited, really intrigued with the mission that they have in life of going out there and putting this wonderful thing across to the world. And between that dream and making it into reality, there is this huge gap where it's all about actually planning and executing, right? Because between the dream and reality, if there is no bridge, if there is no space where you jump in and when you are like, let's do this, let's get started, there will be times where you are just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This dream is so huge and so powerful. I want to make this happen, but I don't know how, right? And that gap can lead to a lot of overwhelm, can lead to a lot of stress, can lead to you feeling like a failure. It can lead to you feeling the imposter syndrome. It can lead to you feeling fear, rejection, stress. All of these things come together, and they can overwhelm you to go back into that space where you remember that literally everyone around told you that this dream is too big. Maybe you need to tone it down, and you unknowingly or knowingly, but not willingly, you tone it down. You're like, maybe it is too big. Maybe I need to stop. Maybe I shouldn't be following my dreams. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do that. Sure, your destination might be the same, but the journey you take might be different in so many different ways. You might have to hit pause. You might have to quit midway through and come back to it after some time in the future. You might have to take a different path altogether than what you planned out. There will be many shifts in the journey you take, but the destination and the end result, the intention remains the same. And that intention, that dream is so powerful, it needs to be converted into a reality, which is where, once again, dream, reality, the gap is planning and executing on that plan, which is what today's workshop is all about. We need to understand that once we have a plan, once again, it might change. It's an extremely flexible plan, but it's important to have that plan, because when you do have a plan, when you do know what your next steps look like, you move forward with confidence rather than moving forward with the space of, I don't know if I'm taking the right step. I don't know if this will help me reach my destination. I don't know. I don't know. That I don't know chatter is so loud. It can really push people back into feeling that they shouldn't be pursuing their dreams. So I'm here to tell you that if you have your steps in place, these steps might be flexible, might change, but if you at least have a plan in place, you know how to move forward. You know that if between this step and this step, between the two steps that you're about to take, something's not working, you can take a different step as long as it reaches the same destination you want to reach, right? having a plan is really powerful because it can help you start off with confidence. So how do we go about planning for action? Number one, really important, have a good mindset. This is really crucial. You will face a lot of obstacles. You will face a lot of road bumps. You will face um, challenges that you weren't prepared for at all, right? But having a good mindset that, yo, I was prepared for this. I was prepared for challenges to show up. I was prepared for things to not go the way I wanted them to go. I knew that this could potentially happen, and it doesn't remove me and my intention from the work that I want to do. I am still going to go for it. I just need to pivot right now. Having a good mindset can help you overcome those challenges really quickly instead of making you go back 10 steps and be like, I want to quit right now because this isn't working out, right? So, how do we have a good mindset? You need to, number one, think about, and going back to, I will attach the link somewhere up here. You can see probably Karina's workshop from yesterday about taking aligned action. It's really crucial to actually think about, why am I taking this action? What is the meaning behind it? How is this going to affect me? How is this going to affect the people around me? How is that effect that people around me have going to create a shift in me? What is the reason behind me wanting to take this action? Who am I doing this for? Asking yourself these questions can actually help you understand what is the reason behind you wanting to take this action, and can then help you set a healthy mindset, because you know that you're going for a destination. Things might change, but you know that that destination is so powerful, it has to be reached. You know that, you know what, no matter what, I know that I am doing my level best here. I know that I am trying to gain as much knowledge as I possibly can to help reach the space. And even if it takes me a while longer than what I initially planned out for, it's fine, because I got this. I am enough. I am confident enough. I know enough. I know what needs to be known for me right now. I might learn, I might evolve, I might 10 years down the line, I might do this differently than what I'm doing right now, but at least I'm taking that action. That's what's important. That's what's crucial. A lot of times people are hesitant to take action because they are worried about it not being the perfect plan. But guess what? Perfectionism changes over time. What might be considered perfect for you right now, the very next second, someone out there will come up with a new thing and be like, yo, have you tried this? This seems like a perfect plan. Perfectionism changes. Perfectionism evolves. And so the best way to move forward is to have a healthy mindset. Know that with every step you take, you are going to evolve. You are going to learn new things. You are going to learn how to do things better. You are going to know what the next possible step looks like and what the best way to reach that step looks like. You are constantly evolving as long as you keep going, as long as you have a healthy mindset around it. Don't blame yourself. One really important thing is, don't get attached to the journey. Sounds crazy, but hear me out. Get attached to the destination that you want to reach, get attached to the dream you want to reach, get attached to the end result that you want to reach, but don't get attached to the journey. Here's why. I, for example, love helping people make stress management fun. That is a mission of mine. I don't know what pathways I will take down the line. I am not attached to the journey. The more attached I am to the journey, the more everything goes wrong, or something falls apart, or something doesn't go the way that I planned for it to go. I will end up blaming myself. I will end up blaming myself and be like, I am so inadequate. I am not good enough. I knew this was not supposed to happen. I knew this is exactly what everyone was telling me about. Don't get attached to the journey. You're doing your level best at every moment that you are taking that journey. A lot of people don't even go down that journey. You are at least taking that journey. You know how huge that is? A lot of people quit before they even start, because solely might be a reason because they don't have a plan, they don't have execution, they have a big dream, they know that they want to make it into reality, but the bridge is missing. A lot of people quit. You're not quitting. Go for it. Learn. You might have to pause, you might have to shift, you might have to evolve, but you are going to do this, and that is so much better than what a lot of other people are doing. They stop. You are not stopping. You are constantly growing. So don't make yourself in a space where you are constantly blaming how much of a bad job you're doing. That is not going to help anyone. That is simply adding more blocks in the path that you're taking, right? Karina here says that I'm a recovering self-blamer. Same, right? I hear you, because that is what I was called, and I still am. Sometimes I find myself like, I have so many dreams, nothing's happening. I am the stupidest person alive. Maybe someone outside and on the other side of the world could be doing so much of a better job at this particular dream than I am. But guess what? There's no one else. Right now, there's only me doing this. There can be multiple other people doing the same thing that you're doing, but not from your shoes. They haven't walked your path. They might have walked a similar path, but not the path that you are walking on. They might not have had experiences that you are experiencing, right? They might not have all the things that you have to manage while you're chasing your dream. They might have different scenarios, and it's not your job to compare yourself to another person. It's about giving compassion to yourself at any point of time. This is it. The mindset is, it becomes healthy when you are compassionate for yourself, right? And by compassionate, I don't mean basically lolling yourself like, yo, I am doing the best I can. I'm not going to put any work in it, but I know that I'm going to do the best I can. Don't do that. Put your hard work smart, work hard, do all the things that you're doing. But when you're doing all of those things, don't blame yourself. If you're just being like, I am the best I can possibly be, and not putting in any effort into the dream that you want to convert into a reality, that doesn't make sense. But if you are putting in the hard work and the smart work, and you are learning and growing and evolving, and you are making changes and shifts in your environment, in yourself, in the dream that you want to create, and you're trying to create it into a reality, don't blame yourself. That doesn't help anyone at all. Simply adding blocks on a path that doesn't need more blocks, right? You are already working through the blocks that might come up. You're already working through the challenges that might come up. You are working your way through all of these things. You don't have to attach like a ball of iron and chain it to your feet and let it drag you down as you take part in this race. You don't have to do that. That was you. Okay. The next thing that you can do is, this is something that's really dope. And I want you to imagine yourself visualizing your success, right? What does your dream converting into reality look like for you? Close your eyes, sit with yourself, take a few deep breaths, and imagine yourself succeeding. What does that look like? What does your environment look like? What is the effect that it's creating for you? What is the effect that it's creating for the people around you? What is the effect that it's creating for the people you wanted this dream to come into a reality? What is the effect that it's creating? Sit in that for as long as you possibly can. Because when you visualize your success and when you hold that dream really close, that is going to be extra motivation added to the mindset that we already have. That's going to be the thing that pushes you forward every time you stumble, every time you're like, I want to give up. Think about the vision. Think about what you are trying to achieve. Think about that visualization. What are you trying to do? Why is this important for you? Right? A lot of times we think about why it's important for the entire world and forget about why it's important for us. I want to help people manage their stress because I have been stressed. I was the most stressed out kid. Madhurima was synonymous with stress at one point of time in my life. If you ask people who Madhurima is, they would be like, oh, she's a stressed out kid. There was no other way to define me. That was me. I never dreamed of a reality where I would be able to handle my stress so well as I am right now. I thought stress was going to be my shadow, part of my life for the rest of my life. And here I am, a changed person, right? I still stumble, but I recover really quickly. That is the dream. That is the thing that I want to create for other people. Every time I stumble, every time I'm like, I don't want to do this, I remember why I'm doing this. It's because for the people who imagine that they couldn't live without stress, I want to create it into a reality that, hey, you can. You don't have to add and have that extra burden pulling you down. You can live freely. That is my vision. That is the success that I want to create. I might not impact the hundreds and millions of people that I want to impact, but at least I'm impacting one person, and that is enough for me. Every single day, impacting one single person is more than enough for me. That is the goal that I carry. That is the vision that I carry. And that is the motivation for me to push through, push forward, right? So visualize achieving your success, whatever that looks like, the biggest of the biggest dreams and the smallest of the smallest dreams. Visualize yourself succeeding. Awesome. Do we have any questions? I am going to quickly open chat. No such thing as failing. It's all learning. Yes, so true. Do we have any questions before we move forward? If not, let's go. Prini says she loves it. Love you. Thank you. Awesome. Once you have achieved your success, then or visualized yourself achieving your success, the next best thing that you can do is plan out your steps. And a great way to do that is either look from the point of success backwards or start planning the smallest steps from where you are right now. Right? Look at yourself from the reality. Imagine yourself standing at the winning post and then turn around and be like, what was the last step that I took? What helped me reach here? How did that help me reach here? Plan out your steps in reverse. Or if you want to, you can plan out your steps from the start. Whatever helps you the best, plan out your steps. And when you do that, remember to set achievable goals. This is so important because a lot of times some of the goals that we try to achieve are as big of a goal as our dream is, right? And no harm in that. But when you set achievable goals, that acts as extra motivation when you do end up succeeding. If you have the biggest and the vaguest of goals in achieving your dream, that will just lead you to feel that I am not progressing, I am not succeeding, I'm not doing anything I can possibly do to reach the place that I want to reach. It's really important to set achievable goals. What does achievable goal look like? This is a goal that you can achieve in the next week, month, or a quarter of an year, right? Setting those goals is important. It can look like, I want to create resources for people. How many resources do I want to create? I want to create 5 resources a month to help people in the zone of genius that exists within me. I'm going to help 5 people by I'm going to help people by creating 5 resources every single month. That is an achievable goal if you can create those resources. Moving forward, after having created, let's say 50 resources, you can be like, oh, I have created a space for myself where people can look at me and trust me enough that she knows her shit. She knows what the next best step is. She knows that we know that she can support us, right? She knows she has that knowledge to support us. The next step can look like having a mini course. That next step could look like creating books. The next step can look like having containers, having small coaching programs, having bigger coaching programs, creating masterminds, creating things that can support people from all walks of life. Create achievable goals. That's the intention at the end of the day. If you create achievable goals, when you achieve them, you're like, I'm doing it. That's an extra kick to your imposter syndrome, because your imposter will be like, you're never going to do this. You're never going to achieve this. If you have vague goals, you will never achieve it because you don't know what you're planning to achieve. You don't have a set idea as to what you're trying to achieve in a particular space. So create achievable goals and create them as milestones, that after I create 50 videos, I know that I know enough and there is a space for me to evolve, right? That's a milestone. For me, my milestones look like having 50 subscribers on YouTube, having 100 subscribers, having 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, because that meant that my voice was reaching people from all walks of life. Not everyone will have the same goals. Really crucial. Only you can set your goals. No one else can. You can have a mentor who can guide you. You can have a coach who can guide you. But at the end of the day, the goals that are meant to be set should be set by you, by no one else but you. People can guide you, but they can't create those goals for you, because only you know what is achievable for you. Only you know what you are capable of. No one else does. People have an idea and they will give you that idea. People will hold you in the largest of containers and in the smallest of containers. Your job is to remember that you are not meant to be placed in containers by other people. You are meant to look at yourself at your highest potential and believe that. right? Before anyone else, believe in yourself, believe that you can reach it, believe in your own container. If I believe that I have an ocean worth of knowledge and someone is like, yo, you're but a lake, you're but a pond, you don't have that much knowledge, you don't know if you can reach that space, right? If I believe in that, I will always put myself in a pond, irrespective of how much potential I have, right? And there might be people who are like, you are the entire water body of the earth. That's just pushing me to a space where I know that I won't achieve it, but it's just flattering my ego. I'm like, yeah, I do. That's right. I am the entire water. That's not doing you any favors. Only you know what your highest potential is. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I believe in that. I believe in my potential. You can't cheat yourself out of your potential. This is such a huge thing. There's something that my mom used to tell me, and she still tells me every once in a while. She's like, you can lie to everyone on the universe. You can lie to God, to source, to everyone, but you can never lie to yourself because you know the truth, right? If you put yourself in a smaller container than you're supposed to be, or if you put yourself in too big of a container, I'm not saying you can't reach that, but at a given point of time, if you put yourself into a bigger container than you are capable of handling yourself in, you're just lying to yourself. Everyone else will believe you because you believe in the fact that you're supposed to be in the smallest of containers or in the largest of containers, but you know the truth. Instinctually, in your gut, you know, that's not my entire potential. That's not what I'm worth. I'm worth so much more. I need to grow. If I want to be in that largest of containers that people imagine me to be in, I have to grow. I have to evolve right now, because right now, if you put me in that container, I will just get lost in the sauce. Not worth it. I'll just blame myself more. I will just hate on myself more because everyone told me I was supposed to be the largest of containers. And here I am struggling to even stay afloat, struggling to take those breaths to survive. We are meant to thrive. Figure out what your container is, figure out what your goals look like, and go for it. These are your milestones. I see that we have a few comments in the chats. I'm going to read them. My brain is so cluttering sometimes. A coach is good to help sort them out. So true. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, we might need support. And that is one of the points that I will talk about down in this workshop. But we might need support. We need support, right? At the end of the day, you are the one who understands you the best. Karina says, yes, I hire coaches regularly. Kudos to that. I hear you. I hire coaches a lot of times. Like, I need help, man. I can't do this by myself. That's it. That's extra support. That's people cheerleading you on, people believing you in your highest potential, people seeing you in your highest potential and helping you evolve. But it's not people who are stepping in and filling up that container for you. It's people supporting you, people cheerleading you on. So yeah, create achievable goals and create them as milestones. Because when you create those milestones, you know that you're one step further to your goal. You're, one step nearer to your goal, right? You're reaching, you're traveling the path, you are traveling that bridge. Phew, that hit a spot, but true. Yes, love it. But yeah, as you see yourself growing, as you see yourself climbing the milestones and moving forward, you know that you are closer to that unachievable dream, closer to the vision that you had, which is so important and such an amazing rush and high. So do that. Let's go. Awesome. The next thing you can do is research. So important. When you are setting those achievable goals, it's really important to actually research. A lot of times we go in blind, we jump in blind. We are like, I will figure it out as I go. A great thing to have, right? Go with the flow. I'm not stopping you from doing that, but research, learn what can make things easier for you, right? What, for example, if you want to do something that no one else on the planet has done before, right? Not true, but sometimes we have that spaces where we are like, I'm going to do something crazy and I'm going to achieve it. Great. But what do the steps look like? And has someone done something similar? What were some of the mistakes they made? Has someone done something opposite to what I'm trying to do? What did they learn from it? What mistakes did they make? When you do that research, you're not spending 10 years making mistakes that everyone else on the planet has already made. You are learning from them and you're taking steps so that you can fast track your process. And I know there is so much knowledge on this vast earth. You can't potentially consume every single thing. That's where asking for help comes into play. When you're doing the research, have a coach, have a mentor, have a brainstorming space like a mastermind, have a community, have people who have already walked that path and are ready to support you because they love doing that, right? When you have people, instead of shooting in the dark and hoping that one of your arrows hit a target somewhere far away, there is someone who's willing, or a few people who are willing to shine the light and tell you that's where the target is, now hit it, right? You might miss, but eventually you might strike bullseye. But it's much better than trying to shoot in every possible direction in the dark. So ask for help and research. So crucial. When you research, you make those achievable goals more achievable. You make those milestones smaller and closer to each other so that you can fast track to your goal, to your reality. So crucial. Excuse me. Awesome. The next thing is resting in between the work that you're doing. A lot of times we are so consumed by our vision of success that we first decided to do. A lot of times we are so consumed by the passion of putting in the work that we want to do. A lot of times we are so consumed with our passion that it turns into an obsession, that we reach a point where it gets to our head, where resting becomes an option that is not doable. But it is crucial to rest. It's crucial to allow your brain to relax. It's crucial to allow yourself to relax, because what will happen is, when you are in the space of constant stress, because it does add stress, right? Like you are doing something that you are extremely passionate about and it has its challenges and you are going to work through those challenges. It can lead to a lot of stress, can eventually lead you to burnout, and can eventually make you hate the very thing that you are so passionate about. Rest in between as much as you can, right? If you are working for a day, like every day, try to rest in between your work days. Try to rest in between a week. Try to go on vacations. Allow your brain to relax. Put your mind somewhere else outside of the work that you want to do. It's really crucial. Sounds very counterintuitive, but it is. Imagine you have an engine that's overheated and you're trying to travel from one spot to another. You're trying to travel from one village to another village. And as you go, you notice that there are a lot of bumps on the road. Your engine is overheating. If you keep pushing without taking or allowing your car to rest, without getting proper help for it, you keep pushing, somewhere midway through or farther down the line, that engine is going to burn, not going to serve you. You will have to struggle to reach the village that you want to reach. That is not the, we want to make this the easiest process possible for you to reach from your dream to your reality. You don't want to add more obstacles in it. Rest is crucial. Rest is non-negotiable. You can't dismiss rest just because you're obsessed with the work that you're doing. Be passionate about it, but don't let it take over your life. Awesome. The last thing that I want, the last thing that I want to share with you guys is have flexible timelines. This is so crucial. We spoke about pivoting. We spoke about how oftentimes we have to move from one thing to another. We might have to take different pathways, different journeys. Having a flexible timeline allows you to prepare and have space and not judge yourself and hate on yourself. If I say that it will take me an year to reach from my dream to reality, and it takes lesser time than that, right? Let's say it takes like 9 months potentially for me to reach. Even if there are some obstacles down the line, I will be like, it's cool. I still have 3 more months to work my way through this. I have still 3 more months to understand what I should be doing better, 3 more months to evolve, 3 more months to live and learn and grow and understand what I'm doing wrong and to learn from my mistakes. If I say that it will take me 8 months to reach a goal that will potentially take me 1 year because I want to have that time constraint. If I don't reach that goal in 8 months, I will end up being like, this is it. This is why I suck. I am never going to win. I hate myself. I This always happens. I am never going to get to a point where I'm going to win. I'm going to succeed in all my visions and succeed in all my dreams, because this is something that always happens to me. I suck at being me. I suck at having, why do I even bother with dreams? This is the last time. I give up. I am not going to dream anymore. I hate the fact that I like to dream these many big dreams and then never come true. When you have shorter deadlines and timelines, it just makes it worse. Have flexible timelines. If it takes you 9 months, have a timeline for 12 months, if not more, to create space for things to go wrong. You are anticipating. And I'm not saying that, you know what? I have a plan, everything is going to fail. That's not what I'm saying. Then if everything in your plan fails, that's a very poor plan. However, if there are a few stumbles down the line, that's normal. You're preparing for the stumbles. You're preparing that if something doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, you have time to relax. You have time to be like, you know what? I need a break. I need to take care of myself. I need to think about this from a newer perspective. And that's not going to happen when you're pushing through, drinking like 12 cups of coffee every single day just to reach a conclusion, a half-baked solution. That's not the thing that your vision deserves. Have flexible plans. Allow yourself the time to rest so that you have fresher perspectives, so that you can look at things, you can seek out help, and it doesn't destroy the timeline that you've created. Have flexible timelines. With that, I hope that you have a wonderful plan and you can start executing on it. Moving forward, we will once again have two amazing workshops where we talk about overcoming the fear of all the things that we fear when we are working on taking action, and we will talk about celebrating our wins. In the meantime, before we switch off, I would love to know if you guys have any final thoughts to add, or if you have any questions. I am going to open up a space for coaching if anyone is interested in it. And if you're working on something and need support, I'm here right now to do it for you. And I'm just going to read a few comments. Is this something I'm working on, setting for myself in my vision and goal? Love that. All right. Any final thoughts, or anyone in need of coaching?
I love that you said flexibility. I'm all about flexibility and rest in between. So sometimes I forget, like, sometimes I think I've always had this belief that things have to feel hard and be hard, and I have to work really hard. So that just puts me on a track of like, I'm going to work hard and push through and not take any breaks and spend 9 hours, doing this thing without any breaks. And that's something that I've had to shift, because it really is counterproductive when you don't take breaks, and when you take breaks in between and allow yourself a little bit of rest. It's just, it's way more efficient.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Karina. Trainees, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think you share some great information that brings me back to, a space of reality, versus our own expectations. And sometimes our expectations can overwhelm us and put us in a space of forgetting these basic things. So this was a great reminder. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. With that, I would love to invite all of you who are watching this live or replay to join our community, Stress Busters, where we are on a mission to make stress management fun. We are here to learn, to grow, and to support each other on one of those big dreams. Whatever your biggest dreams are, we are here to support you through it. And super excited to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Thank you.